What's good, guys? Welcome to yet again another new video on the channel. Now, when it comes to this video, I can't lie, it's been in the running for a minute now. Like, I've been definitely thinking how I'm gonna get it sorted. Past seasons have been lackluster in terms of anime. Like, let's be honest, the last like 3, 4, maybe even more seasons, like they were good. Like, they had like really good shows, but only like 1 or 2. But as soon as I saw the lineup for this season, Bleach, Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, um, Blue Lock, even though I don't really rate that show that much, I just knew for a fact if I didn't do the video like with this lineup, I was just never gonna do it. So here we are right now. Now this idea is kind of similar to, I don't know if you guys have heard, well definitely you've heard the content creator Giguk, but it's kind of similar to his kind of reaction style based content on that, except instead of like just going through the synopsis, I'm gonna run through each one of the episodes. So just based off of episode 1, I'm gonna watch episode 1 of each one of I'm gonna watch episode 1 of nearly all the anime that came out this season. So Chainsaw Man, Blue Lock, Bleach, and I'm gonna have a couple things to say about it at the end of each episode. So whether that's the rating of the episode, whether the episode is a pass or a fail for me personally, and if it's a pass, how many episodes I'm gonna give it, like in terms of a rule. So whether that's gonna be a 3 episode rule, maybe just one more episode, or I'm gonna give it the full season. So I hope in this kind of like way I can give a couple more people, not just like the good shows that I just mentioned, like Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho, etc. I want to actually run through shows that people probably won't watch because they're being overshadowed by these shows. Now, I'm not gonna say these shows are gonna be good, but there's definitely going to be 1 or 2. I feel there's definitely going to be at least 1 or 2 low-key recommendations in here that will be like, oh shit, didn't expect this to be actually this good. So yeah, hopefully I get surprised. Without further ado, I say we just hop straight into it. Alright guys, now I said if we're going to start with something, we have to start with a bang. So I decided, alright, we're going to start with Mob Psycho Season 3, which is, in my opinion, probably contender for top 3, maybe even like best anime of this season, to be honest. If it wasn't for Chainsaw Man, I would say it would be number 1. But yeah, I rate Mob Psycho 100 a lot. Season 2, one of the best seasons of anime in my opinion of all time. In my opinion, like I think it tops a lot. I didn't really like season 1 that much, but I thought season 2 was amazing. So I'm actually I am ridiculously excited for season 3. Only thing I'll say is, yeah, I'm not too sure what they're going to do in this season. I felt like they wrapped up a lot of things in season 2 nicely. They wrapped up Reagan's character with that nice, like, I think it was like episode 7, with a very nice episode. They racked up, like, Shigeo made like ridiculous amounts of character development in that last season. Even like Ekubo, Kageyama, Ritsu, Teruki, like all the main characters have had like serious growth and development and have more or less reached close to their peak. The only character we haven't heard much of, I would say, is Mob's girlfriend, or girl that he likes. So I guess they might like go into that a little bit. That's the only thing I could think about them adding. So I have no clue what they're gonna do for this 3rd season. I did not read the not reading that manga. God forbid, the squiggly lines for characters. I'm not reading that. So yeah, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to this a lot. I already have it up here. So yeah, let's get right into it. So yeah, I think in terms of total enjoyment, I would rank that around a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. There was like, I wouldn't say boring, but just typical Mob Psycho stuff, if you understand what I mean. Like there's just interesting bits and bits that, you know, are just like less interesting. But overall, damn, I actually can't think of anything bad. The OP was really good. I think the ED was what they played at the very end. That was pretty good as well. Reagan just up to typical Reagan things. Guy hasn't changed at all. Well, he's changed, but I would like, it's like, obviously he's changed as like a character, like his relationship with Mob. But in terms of like the stuff he's still be getting down to, guy hasn't really changed at all since that 1st season. Guy's still the exact same. Yeah, obviously Mob as well. Yeah, as I was saying, like he has to pick now between 2 different options of whether he's gonna, what career path he wants to kind of travel through in terms of his future. So I had no clue where like the direction of this season was gonna go. I feel like that's probably where they're gonna head in. Yeah, obviously also his relationship with Tsubomi as well. Yeah, it was just an overall good episode. Overall good episode. Hopefully it just gets better and better as the episodes progress. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10 in terms of enjoyment. Now to start off, would I watch it? How many episodes am I gonna give this? Is this a pass or a fail? Obviously it's a pass because I gave it a 9 out of 10. How many episodes am I gonna give it? Full. Like, I don't think that's even up for debate. It's gonna get the full treatment. Gonna be watching every single episode from start to finish. I just wanted to start this on a banger. I knew the first episode dropped, so I said, alright, I'll just start this. We'll just start this series on a banger. More than likely, the next couple episodes or the next couple shows is going to be boom. I say boom, but hopefully one or two surprises me. We're not gonna be watching no Chainsaw Man. We're not gonna be watching no. We're not gonna be watching Bleach Unlimited Blade War, whatever that is. I don't think that's even out yet. Blue Lock, all those really like top end shows. We haven't gone to that yet, but I just thought we'd start on a banger. So yeah, more or less, let's hop straight into the next show. And straight up to the next one, The Eminence in Shadow, I guess is what it's called. I'm never gonna lie to you, I have legit never heard of this show, or like the source material or anything to do with it. Like from what I can see here, it's based off a light novel. I'm not gonna say I've never read a light novel before. I've read Overlord, just because and I've read Classroom with the Elite, so just those two. So yeah, but like Eminence in Shadow, never heard of it a day in my life. I will lie to you, I'm not looking forward to this. I have to actually be straightforward with you. Like, has like a decent rating, 7.74. So, but the thing is, like, you know, me personally, as it is right now, if I don't see like an 8 off the first episode, like an 8 rating plus, then I don't know. I don't want to say it's mid, but it's just going to be mid. That's the way to put it, but it's just going to be mid. Like, I feel like I'm just going to see like generic ass anime tropes. Like right now, I swear to God, I'm only seeing a female cast right now. Yeah, so there's like one male character. So that's already a bad sign at the start. Maybe when I was 14, to be fair. But my current age is just kind of mid. Well, kind of we'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to still drop a rating on it. Like, obviously we can be a bit biased for these type of shows. Like, there's probably people that would enjoy it, but I'm just going to probably give it like a 3-episode rule or some shit like that. Or maybe like just a drop after this episode. But yeah, we'll get right into it. We'll just get straight into it. So, I think what it got is slightly, like its rating is slightly over what it should have got. Like, I think 7.5 is fair. Like, it's the same type of like it's the same type of self-insert like type anime that you see in Overlord or Classroom with the Elite. Like, I feel like it'll probably be an enjoyable watch, to be fair. Like, I was hating on it a lot in probably that one episode I watched, but I feel like I could watch all the episodes and probably enjoy it. Like, at least I won't hate it. 20 episodes is kind of crazy, though. Even Overlord only got like 12. Hey, man, I'm not gonna hate. But, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I just felt like it was kind of cringe. Like, it has the same, like, as I said, like Overlord, Classroom with the Elite, but it feels like those two are just, like, just better versions. Like, they just do it better, less cringe. You also, in my opinion, like, if you have a full female cast, you're doing something wrong, bro. Like, I can see, like, I don't know who made it, who the author is, but if you have a full female harem and the guy is saying things like, I need more power for their abilities, I already know the type of person you are. And if you're like, I'm not, like, come on, man. Like, it's not that, like, at the very least, you could tell shit like Classroom with the Elite and Overlord had a bit of depth to it, even though it is low-key still the same thing. Like, the characters were, I feel, like, obviously it's only the first episode, so I can't really start saying shit about it, but I won't lie, based off on that, I'm not going to hate it completely. I feel like there's definitely going to be worse shows this season. I'm going to give this 3 episodes. Yeah. So, not full hate. Like, I'm not fully hating on it. I'm not saying I'm going to love this show. I feel like if you like this type of shit, you'll probably enjoy it. I personally loved this type of shit growing up, so I can see a lot of people are probably still gonna watch it. So, yeah, as I said, 3-episode rule, not bad at all. Niggas know what time it is. You know what time it is. Wait 1 second. It's in 4 pieces now, but I have my Chainsaw Man poster in the back from thing. There's like obviously only one. I kind of like spoiler alert, but it's 1 of 4, so it's actually not that bad. But I have like 3 other parts of it that kind of make up like a huge poster. I feel like if you read the manga, you know what this is, but if you haven't, then GG's. Yeah, like I kind of like huge Chainsaw Man fan, so I am looking forward to this. Probably like no, definitely like my most looked forward to anime right now. 9 rating, like come on, man. I think that says it all. I think it easily deserves at least a 9 rating if this studio managed to pull through and actually make something worthwhile. Without further ado, let's just get into this, okay? I'm actually I'm seriously looking forward to this one. So I won't lie, final verdict. Where to start with this one? Okay, I'll start off by saying that if I was to give the manga on a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of like capturing what the author wanted to show, I'd give that 10, obviously, because that's what the manga wrote. That's what the manga actually is. It's legit just the author's intent, so it's a 10. Then in terms of how well the manga captured that, I would say it's like, I mean, the anime captured it. I would say it's like an 8.5 to a 9. There's like a lot of things I feel weren't captured well, but overall, if you're just an anime watcher, I'd say it would be still like just perfect. Like it would be really good. Yeah. But as a manga reader to anime watcher, it's still good as well. Like there's been way worse that I've found. Like when it comes to shit that tried to capture anime and just absolutely fucked up. Like just made a shit. Obviously there's some things that do it better, like Attack on Titan. They definitely do the manga better. Then there's some things that, like, because the manga is already so good, it's just so hard to capture. Yeah, I would say like just only like tiny flaws. Like in terms of the lighting, I felt some of the CGI fight scenes was just a tiny bit stiff here and there in terms of the animation, but like it was like very like unnoticeable if you were to watch it, to be honest. I felt like all the voice acting was really good for the characters. Like Makima, all of them, it matched very well. Also, I won't lie, the first episode is based off the first chapter, and that is easily the worst. Not the worst Chainsaw Man chapter. Like it's still good because you get introduced to all the characters, and it's memorable as well. But there's a lot like better shit that happens after, so I'm kind of curious how they'll capture that. But obviously, like in terms of how they captured that first chapter, it was still really good. Only other thing I'd say that, like I think it was really good, to be fair. Like I can't see any down. Like I already mentioned the downsides, but that's only as a manga reader. As an anime watcher, I don't think you would see those same downsides, to be fair. I think the OSTs and the actual like music and soundtrack they used for the whole thing was also really good. Like I genuinely don't think there's anything bad about them. Like there were a couple OSTs here and there that they played, like when Makima came in, that really like struck straight away. So yeah, I feel like there was like a preview or like a trailer that they played that had that same OST like extended. So I'm kind of curious how they're gonna play that in the future as well. Yeah, can't lie. Overall, just a solid episode. As I said, this is the one I was looking forward to the most. So obviously, it's gonna get the full treatment. Gonna be watching every single episode. Similar to Bleach, but I was looking forward to this more than Bleach. I wouldn't even lie to you. Obviously, I read like 1,000 Year Blood War arc and all that shit, but it was just not as impactful as Chainsaw Man to me. So yeah, can't lie. Easily getting the full treatment, watching every episode. Got the pass, obviously. 9.1 rating. Do I agree with it? 100%. Based off that first episode, 100%. I would personally give it like an 8.75, but there's a couple shows like Spy X Family that got around this rating as well. So I easily think that beats Spy X Family's first episode. I read the manga for Spy X Family as well. Don't really see the hype for it. I'm gonna be hopping on to the next episode. I'm probably gonna do it as like after this. That will be like the next reaction I do. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Nah, the fact that this just happened is actually ridiculous, to be honest. But it is what it is. After recording this more or less entire episode, and sadly, I didn't have my mic on during the recording, so yeah, it is what it is. I just thought I'd just run through, I guess, just my final verdict on the show. Because me, I'm not going to do a recording on a show that I've already watched, if you know what I mean. I just don't see the point. Um, yeah, so to start off, I would say, I would like the episode was really good. Like, it's gonna be hard to go through every single thing I said in that recording, man. It's annoying, but anyways, I will lie. The episode was really good. Like how they structured it, animation was like top tier. I feel like a lot of people are only giving it this 9.11 rating because I won't lie to you, I feel like this is overrated. But I feel like people are giving it this rating because A, they haven't read the manga and they just got swept in by the animation and the nostalgia of Bleach, which I can relate to. Like I still think it was a really good episode. Like based off that just that first episode, I would say solid 8.5, 8.6 out of 10 maybe. 9.11 is crazy though. That's number 3 in the whole site. Like this, I feel like this actually just shows what a fan base will do if their show gets like crazy. Not like a fan base, what like a big tree fan base will do if their show gets some crazy sequel that's actually really good, or maybe like some kind of reboot that has like top tier animation. You get me? Like if Naruto hadn't had like a redo, not Naruto, because I feel like Naruto should stay how it is. Naruto Shippuden had like a redo with like top end animation like this, I feel like it would have easily around this rating as well, to be honest. But yeah, as I said, like just based off that first episode, really good animation. Obviously we got introduced to the whole cast again. I already read the manga, I won't lie, so I already know a lot of things that's gonna happen, like in terms of like just the overarching plot, because I read it like 6-7 years ago, so my memory is foggy as fuck when it comes to it. So I kind of know the overarching plot and all like the main things that are gonna happen. But I will lie, there's like a couple like side characters that popped in at the start that I just never even realized was in that. So I feel like maybe they added characters. I don't know. So overall, I think I'm actually gonna leave it with either okay, it's definitely getting the full treatment. That's just straight up. I'll be watching every single episode. Yeah, I just don't think it deserves a rating it has. 9.11 is definitely overrated, but overall, I can't lie, definitely gonna be watching every single episode this season. In terms of all the animes that came out this season, I would say easily top 3. I don't think it's not at Chainsaw Man level for me. Like I would say like it's number 2, maybe even number 3 to be fair, depending on where Mob Psycho goes. But just based off first episode, because that first episode for Mob Psycho was kind of mid, I would say it's number 2 right now. But yeah, definitely room for improvement. Chainsaw Man number 1, Bleach number 2. Kind of like expecting big things from the show. Finally, we are back again. Now, I'll be straight up. I've watched a good number of shows so far. And okay, I'm just gonna say it straight. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not looking forward to it at all. Like, I've heard very good things about this show, but I don't know. I just feel like it's another one of those shows where it's like, once you get past a certain age, it might not just hit. It just won't hit the same way, you know. Like, it feels like I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's a very hype show. Like if you were to compare it to something, the closest thing you compare, like over like, I haven't watched Haikyuu, but I can already tell like Haikyuu, Hajime no Ippo are like masterpieces in terms of sports anime genre. But I would say Blue Lock, from just what I've heard so far, is more comparable to Kuroko no Basket. And I would say I hated Kuroko no Basket, but that shit ain't no masterpiece. Now 8.31 rating, I think is fair. I would have actually expected it to be higher because I've only heard like good shit about this show. It's actually gone all the way up to episode 3 right now, and I just decided to watch the first episode for the video. Now, this whole thing is actually mostly let me tilt this a bit. This whole thing is actually mostly like most of these reactions, they're more or less mostly not reaction based. Sorry, like my result at the end isn't going to be based off reactions. It's going to be based off more my own personal opinion. I might like throw in okay, but if you're under this age, you'll probably enjoy it. But me personally, it's going to be either a drop, 3-episode rule, etc. Now, before going into this, I think there's going to be a 3-episode rule anime. But hey, man, can't lie, to each their own. We'll see now in a second. Alright, let's just get into my ranking. I can't lie, that actually surprised me. it was a good bit better than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I see 8.3, but I was expecting like a 7.8, 7.9 rating. I think that's like, it is actually an 8.3, maybe even an 8.4, based off that first episode. I feel like it was a little bit rushed at the start, but maybe that's just how it is in the manga. I don't know. That pacing went through very quickly. So I feel like this is going to be a very all-action type show, because there was very little dialogue between characters. The dialogue felt cheap anyway. There was little like setup. Like, they just randomly appeared in this like battle royale type battle game system, and it just straight went to the action within like first 10 minutes. So I'm seeing a very action-packed, hyped. I'm still sticking with it. I think it's still more similar to Kuroko no Basket so far than because I can't lie, the fact that you just kick someone in the face, you can't do that in football. Just like in Kuroko no Basket, you can't. Some of the moves like that 3-point nigga that was shooting shots from the other side, hardly, man. I would say that it's gonna have even more crazier shit happening in the future, like niggas shooting shots from like, I don't know, other side of the court and it going in somehow. But I'm all down for it. I think it's hype as fuck right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give this, so far, I originally said 3-episode reel. I'm gonna give it the full treatment. I'll watch every episode of it. Actually caught my attention, went past it a little bit. All right, GG's, man. W episode.